What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we're hopping into Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 3. We have Miles Morales that is headed to the mutant nation of Japan. He's come here because Silver Samurai is the one to take his sister. Not really understanding why, not understanding the motives behind any of this. He doesn't care. Nothing is going to stop him from finding his sister. What Miles didn't expect was to meet the X-Men. Now, for Miles, he has been stuck here for 2 months. Stranded in a place that's so familiar, but it's really so alien at the same time. He's been in the multiverse before, but something about this place, it just feels different. He really thought that he would be in and out of this place. But now he's just got to focus on Billy. That's all he's focusing on. Now, finding himself in Japan, it's a little bit different. This universe, as we know, is kind of like the concentration camp. Japan's a concentration camp of the world. All mutants were kind of thrown onto this island and consolidated there. Her energy signature last being here, he's searching everywhere, high and low, for wherever she might be. Now, he has no idea this Silver Samurai has her. He just knows that she was kidnapped, and this is the last known location. But when he goes walking down a path, he goes invisible. This is where we see Nico and Maystorm. As they walk through the woods, really Maystorm's trying to figure out why Nico can't just use her magic and find the children of the Atom Mutants. Of course, referring to stuff ongoing in their own series, the Ultimate X-Men. But Nico's really learning how her staff works. She's trying to figure out how all this magic works. This is when the staff begins to react. And Miles can't help but notice that Maystorm's earrings, everything about her, it looks very storm-like. And when she starts to use wind power, electricity, throwing lightning at Miles, he's like, wait a second. He tries to talk to him, he tries to have a conversation, but they're caught off guard. He's hiding up in a tree and he's been invisible. Had it not been for the staff, they wouldn't have figured this out at all. But Miles uses his sword and he blocks it. Thinking about what his best option is here, thinking about what the best thing to do is, he decides to throw his hands up. He tells the girls, like, I really don't want to fight you. I don't even think that we're supposed to be fighting. Judging by your earrings, judging by everything about you, I would probably say that you're one of the good guys. That you guys are probably the X-Men. Now, Nico and Maystorm, they're thrown off. First, this guy's calling her Storm. Second, how does he know that we call ourselves the X-Men? The problem with this conversation is that there is a huge language barrier. They don't really speak English and he doesn't really speak Japanese. But as they pull out their phone, they begin to ask the questions through the phone. As they get to know one another, as they make their introductions, we pick up with Silver Samurai. We see that he's here with Billy, and Silver Samurai's grown rather attached to Billy. So much so that Billy can draw on his chest, and Silver Samurai's just having fun. But this fun is quickly interrupted by DaCosta. He wants Billy, what they refer to as the anomaly. Nobody really understands Billy, doesn't understand how Billy got here, none of it. All they know is that it had the Maker's signature all over it, so all of them want it. DaCosta's really saying, I'll give you whatever you want, just hand the anomaly over. We see that there is definitely a power grab for this baby. It means something to a lot of people. As time goes on, we're picking up after a few weeks. Maystorm has been hiding Miles up in the attic, and he's been checking all over Japan. He's getting more and more frustrated because he simply can't find his sister. Plus, being in this place, it's like all his old memories just came flooding back to him. He remembers what it felt like to watch his old universe die. Now, later that evening, they're all sitting here, they're snoozing, just completely out cold, and Nico's staff begins to glow. It starts to float. Everyone grabs hold of it, trying to grab any kind of bearing they can, but then they're teleported out of here. And they land right next to Billy. In an instant, Miles finds himself toe-to-toe with Silver Samurai. Now, obviously, he was just asleep. He got teleported to a location and thrown into a fight. Spider-Man quickly finds himself on his back. Luckily, they got some power here, as we see Maystorm supercharge Miles. He comes crashing in and slices Silver Samurai's sword in half. Now, they got the upper hand. They won this fight. Unfortunately, somebody else dimed them out. This is where from the floor, we have Magic. She arrives, knocks Miles on his butt, sends Maystorm flying, opens up a disc, disappears within a matter of seconds with Billy in arm. This is where we pick up with Magic and DaCosta having a conversation. DaCosta sold him out. Right now, he's probably one of the smartest people on the planet. And that's because he's hooked himself up to Prodigy, draining him of his blood, using him as a source of intelligence. Prodigy doesn't even know where he is, doesn't even know what the heck is going on. But Magic's also very curious on what DaCosta's real ambitions are. Of course, he's saying that he's simply a businessman, and this was a business transaction where he saw an opportunity to make a butt ton of money. Now, Magic and them, they'll believe that at least for now. DaCosta must admit he's forgotten what it is to feel like the smartest person in the room. He is manipulating situations left and right. From the Ultimates to the Eurasian Republic, to Hulk to Silver Samurai, he's got his hand in everything. But what is his ultimate end game? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was a pretty good issue. Now we're finally seeing the Ultimate X-Men actually used in some real capacity. Sadly, it had to be Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion for us to actually start getting something real from them. Like, I'll admit, I stopped reading Ultimate X-Men a while ago just because it kind of sucked. Kind of really didn't have much to do with X-Men. I mean, Ultimate Wolverine has way more to do with X-Men than Ultimate X-Men actually did. Now, they're dealing with the Children of the Atom and so on and so forth, but with us just on the horizon, the Maker is coming out anytime, and Ultimate X-Men has just kind of been its own thing. It's kind of just telling a young mutant story living in this Ultimate universe, which is all great and fine, but it doesn't tell an overall X-Men rise to power story as they try to fight against the Maker kind of story. This did a good job of bringing them into the loop. Now Spider-Man's going to be teaming up with what is essentially Storm in this universe, one of two Storms, and they're going to be going to take on Magic. Miles Morales is going to be taking on Magic and the Eurasian Republic. Poor guy just wants his baby sister back, who accidentally got teleported to the wrong universe. And everyone thinks that this baby's special because of the Maker's signature. Nobody knows that this baby, just a harmless little baby that has no significant importance. Like, poor Miles, dude. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with the Ultimate Universe, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel's membership. It's kind of like Patreon is going to give you a ton of perks. But if you can't do that, completely understand. I would ask that you subscribe to the channel, you like this video, you hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.